Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the webcast and everyone in the room. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. It'll be a fun couple of hours together, and we really look forward to the interaction, both in the Q&A and when we go upstairs for the platform immersion. And of course, everybody on the webcast will enjoy the product experiences that have already been pre-recorded. Well, let me get us started. One of the things that I have always found incredibly unique about Intuit is that we are a 40-year-old company that has had to reimagine ourselves through many technological cycles and economic shifts. With that said, the era of AI is very, very different. We stood here more than 5 years ago and shared with you that our belief was that AI was going to be as revolutionary as electricity and the internet. We believed then and we believe now that it will ignite global innovation in ways that we could never imagine possible across every single industry. What is different is that this time we were early. We were early in declaring that data and AI was going to be core to what we were going to do to reimagine the future for our customers. And we declared a strategy that was based on leveraging data and AI to rethink becoming a platform company. And every single one of our 5 big bets are focused on how we leverage AI and the investments that we've made in AI to deliver experiences that we could never imagine possible. And you have hopefully experienced that with the innovation that we have accelerated across the company in the last 5 years. And I think last but not least, the way I would want you to think about this, especially with the announcement of Intuit Assist, which is based on years of investment in data, in AI, and now particularly Gen AI, Intuit is about to paint its masterpiece for our customers and as we think about growth in the future. Now, that is demonstrated by how we are recognized externally. We continue to be recognized as one of the best places to be, the best places to work, and we are not only growing our internal talent, but we are attracting talent in ways that we never even imagined possible because of the future that we are creating for our customers. And if you look at our growth rate prior to the declaration of our strategy and 5 big bets, we were a high single-digit growth company. And when you look at the 5 years after the declaration of our 5 big bets, this is a high double-digit growth company while we have expanded our margin rates. And our view is that the best years are still ahead of us. And this last year, in a very uncertain environment, with many curveballs thrown at us, we grew the company 13%, and we grew GAAP and non-GAAP operating income 22%. So we're very proud of the privilege that we have to serve 100 million customers, the privilege that we have to be able to serve our customers in ways that creates a future where we can do the work for them. In that context, let's actually talk about the future. One of the things that we do every year is we think about our reflections across several dimensions. We talk about it with our employees, we talk about it with our board, and ultimately we always love to share it with you because it informs how we think about the future. First and foremost, we are very proud of our culture. We are very proud of our talent and the engagement that we have across the company. It is world-class. At the same time, we are architecting this company for velocity. Today, just to use one illustrative example, our code deployment is 9x faster than it was in 2020. And it's 50% higher than it was this time last year where I stood before you. However, we still have it on the side of progress needed because velocity is a competitive differentiation. And we continue to architect the company to move faster in the right direction to make the largest impact for our customers. Which brings me to the second point, and that is 5 years ago, we set out an aspirational goal to measure ourselves against our very own mission. And that was to increase the success rate of small businesses and to double the household savings rate of consumers that are on our platform. We've made incredible progress. Consumers that are on our platform, their savings rate is 1.6 those that are not on our platform. And 50% of small businesses go out of business after 5 years, and those that are on our platform, they are nearly 19 points more likely to be successful. So we feel very good about the progress that we're making, actually changing people's lives. That's important because that goes viral, and more folks want to be on our platform, which leads to the area where we're continuing to work on how do we accelerate new customer growth, because we feel like it's an incredible obligation to get more customers on our platform because of the positive impact we can have on their lives, and hence driving economic growth. We feel really good about the impact that we are having in our communities. And in fact, with the videos that Kim talked about, I'd encourage you to listen to it. The number of jobs that we are creating, the number of folks that we're preparing to be ready for the job market, the positive impact on climate is all an area where we've exceeded all the goals that we have set internally. Our view is where we need progress is to be much more targeted in how we talk about the impact that we are having to inspire others to do more of what we are doing, because we believe we can collectively make the world a better place. The next area is how we think about the impact of our platform. And I would just share with you where I started a moment ago, that when we stood here 5 years ago and said data and AI was going to be core to everything that we do, 5 years later, it is having a substantial impact on our innovation across the entire company. It's having a substantial impact on our growth, and it is why we're able to expand margins. At the same time, we feel like this is now time for our masterpiece. This is a time to leverage all of these investments, and particularly now with what's possible with generative AI, to reimagine experiences in ways where we can create the future of done for you for our customers, with always a gateway to expert help. Every one of our bets have had a substantial impact on our growth, and now our focus is breakthrough adoption and being better together. And what we mean by better together is we've got incredible assets. We've got assets across QuickBooks, MailChimp, Credit Karma, and TurboTax. And now we are focused on how we're bringing all of the data, all the AI capabilities together to deliver experiences in ways that we are profoundly impactful in the daily lives of our customers. And then last but not least, we're proud of the strong financial results in a macro environment that was uncertain last year, but we believe that we are so much better than the results that we delivered last year. So with that as context, now let's actually talk about what we're going to do. Now, some of you may have heard this 100 times. Some of you may be hearing this for the first time. My ask of you is listen to it as if you've never heard this before, because hopefully I can communicate a nugget or two about what we are doing as a company to accelerate our growth. Everything starts with our customers. We very intentionally, 5 years ago, stepped back and thought through how do we solve a set of customer problems where we can be relevant in the eyes and the lives of our customers on a daily basis. And so what you see here is a very intentional declaration to set us up to be a platform company that can have a meaningful impact to the lives of our customers. And the way that shows up is to help our customers get out of debt, to be able to save money, to be able to do something profound with their tax refund. It's to be able to help entrepreneurs that have chosen to go into business for themselves be able to get customers, grow their wallet share, to be able to take good care of their employees, to be able to have access to capital, being able to do all of that in one place. The great news for us is that we have a very large total addressable market, and the majority of our addressable market is not switching people from another platform to ours. It's actually switching people from what we call non-consumption. Believe it or not, there are a lot of large mid-market small businesses, just to use an example, that are managing their business with pen and paper and through Word and Google Sheets and using a bookkeeper and accountant and switching it almost every year to get the best outcome for their business. And that's what we're excited about, because we have a 5% penetration in over a $300 billion TAM, and everything that we've been working on to create a future where it's more compelling and where it's done for you to help power your prosperity and fuel your success as a small business is now within our grips. And we have secular shifts that are working in our favor. First and foremost, small businesses have always lagged consumers. And so the digitization of how they find customers, how they buy, how they sell, commerce, a lot of it is still manual. And there's an incredible secular shift to digitization that plays in our favor. The second is, and this is a staggering stat, but it has a profound impact on our business, By 2030, 45% of the workforce is going to be Gen Alpha and Gen Z. These are folks that have grown up with technology. The only way in which they know what to do is using technology and getting help through a digital avenue. That works in our favor. And last but not least, there's a lot of disruptive technologies. The most important choice a company like us has to make is what not to invest in. And we chose AI 5+ years ago. We bet the company on AI, and we feel very good about the way we are positioned because AI will replace every bit of software in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. And we're very well positioned to leverage this incredible technology platform to change the world for our customers. So let me walk you through our game plan. Again, if you heard this 100 times, my ask is listen as if you've never heard this story. It's important just to communicate that we are a purpose-driven, values-driven company with excellence in execution. That doesn't mean we are perfect. It just means we strive to always be clear what's most important, and we strive to have conviction to execute against what we declare. And it starts with our mission. What gets the heartbeat of our employees in this building and the buildings all around the world, what gets their heartbeat going is to show up and power the prosperity of our customers. It's to fuel the success of small businesses. It's to double the household savings rate of consumers. And to leverage our platform to do good in the world, because our view is by doing good in the world, we're making a positive impact for consumers and small businesses, and ultimately, it's good for Intuit. You know, our values, you'll walk around and you'll see it on some of our walls. I remember when I joined the company 20 years ago, first of all, when I was interviewing, I thought this is too good to be true. I said, this place can't be this good. And when I joined, I realized it's actually better because we actually live our values. We don't talk about it much, but we live it every day. And we refreshed these values 3 times in our 40-year history, and we refreshed it again a couple of years ago, particularly in 3 areas where we felt that we needed to become a better version of ourselves. And those 3 areas are being much more courageous in the bets that we take, being far more obsessed to sweat the details of what matters to our customers, and bringing the power of inclusion and diversity to our workforce, because at the end of the day, our customers are diverse, and we need to bring the power of the diversity of our workforce to deliver incredible innovation for our customers. With that as context, let me talk about how we think about goals. We think about goals in 2 dimensions. One, we set aspirational internal goals that are very far out and far-reaching, so we have a clear mountain that we want to climb. And then we set very specific operating goals that are for the next 1 and 3 years. Let me just quickly remind you that 5 years ago, we set 2025 goals. And the first one I touched on a moment ago, but let me just, if I could, quickly touch on it again. We said that we want to double the household savings rate of every consumer on our platform, and that because 50% of small businesses go out of business after 5 years, if they're on our platform, we want their success rate to be 10 points better. We've made incredible progress in this area. If you're a consumer on our platform, your savings rate is 1.6x those that are not. And we've actually beat our small business target, which those that are on our platform are 19 points more successful than those that are not on our platform. Again, this matters because it goes viral, people talk to each other, they tell their friends, their family, and it drives growth for the company. We also made great progress being one of the most reputable companies in the world, but this goal was about being best in class in the tech sector. We are in the first quartile, and I'll come back to this goal in a moment. And last but not least is we have accelerated the growth of the company. Just to be clear, we set internal long-term revenue goals. We don't share it with you because we don't want to set an expectation, but our aspirations are always far greater than what we communicate to you. Now, because 2025 is 3 years away, last December we refreshed our long-range goals, and we have set bold 2030 goals. And you can see in blue what's changed. What's changed is, first of all, we've upped our goal in terms of the small business success rate we are now striving for. Secondarily, we are aspiring to be one of the most trusted companies in the world, not in the tech sector, which is what's changed here, as measured by Morning Consult. And then last but not least is we have an internal goal around revenue growth, And we've set that goal, but for you, what's important to know is we want to continue to accelerate our growth because we believe this is a high double-digit growth company. Now, let me get to the operating goals that we set for ourselves, and I'm not going to go through the details of it, more to communicate how we run the company. We set goals for 4 stakeholders. Our belief system is that by creating a highly engaged workforce with the best talent in the world, doing the best work of their life, which is, by the way, why velocity matters, because people want to do real work for customers. By doing that right, we will deliver amazing innovation for our customers, and we will help our communities, and that will drive shareholder growth. And these are the key outputs that we measure that you see here. I won't go through them. We have very specific internal goals for the fiscal year that we are in now and where we want to be by 2025. This is what I and my team are held accountable to. We communicate this to our board. We update our state of the company every quarter in terms of how we are performing, because these are goals that we always strive to achieve and beat. Now, with all of that as context, let me just very quickly go through how we will achieve the goals. The first thing I would say is it's grounded in what we declared 5 years ago. And for those of you that remember, 5 years ago when we declared this refresh strategy, we said this is a 10 to 20 year strategy because it is grounded in AI. There are 2 elements of this strategy that are worth repeating again. One, it's grounded in the customer benefits that matter the most. Our customers care about 3 things. One, they want more money in their pocket. They don't want to do any work and drudgery to achieve those outcomes, and they want to be confident in their decisions, which is hence AI-driven expert platform. It's about having access to all of their data, using it on their behalf with AI to create a future of it's done for you, and always having a gateway to expert help. Now, let me run through our 5 big bets. You're going to hear about each of these throughout the day. You're going to actually experience the product innovation across the 5 bets, particularly 4 of them. But I want to just refresh what these are and what we're trying to achieve. Revolutionizing speed to benefit. As you heard from Kim, and as we've talked about the last 5 years, this is a data and tech bet. And to put it in context, this is Intuit Assist. This is the investments that we have been making in the last 5 years to invest in data. The Credit Karma and MailChimp acquisitions were data plays. They were to fuel our data lake and our AI lake to be able to revolutionize experiences for our customers. So the way I want you to think about revolutionizing speed to benefit is this is Intuit Assist. This is creating a world where it's done for you. A world where we help you automatically grow your business by developing marketing campaigns for you, to manage your cash flow, to do your taxes for you with confidence. And it leads to our second bet, which is connecting people to experts. There will always be a need for a human being. The role that they will play will definitely change over time. And with our platform, with Intuit Assist, helping you do the work and helping you make decisions, personalized, intelligent decisions, you will always have a gateway to human expertise, which is our second bet. We have created a virtual expert platform where our focus is to help you drive marketing growth and help you with it, bookkeeping, business tax, consumer tax, payroll tax, always a human, digitally, that connects with you from anywhere in the world with the best experts in the world to help you make decisions and grow your business. Our third bet, unlocking smart money decisions. This is focused on helping consumers make ends meet. This is about creating one consumer platform that becomes the destination for consumers. This is all the work that we are doing that is bringing TurboTax and Credit Karma together in a way where in one place you can be able to manage your debt, manage your savings, be able to grow your money, be able to get your taxes done, be able to manage your bills all in one place. The fourth big bet, which is about being the center of small business growth. The biggest problem small businesses face is how do I grow my business and how do I manage my cash flow? The vision here is to have a platform where in one place, a small business has the ability to be able to do all of their tasks, but we do it for them. This is all the work that we are doing, bringing MailChimp and QuickBooks together in one place so we can help you grow your business and manage your cash flow. And with Intuit Assist, getting to a place where over time, We do it all for you, but you're in control. And if you ever need help with an expert, you get it. And then last but not least, disrupting the mid-market. This is a massive opportunity, as are the other 4 bets. We have defined mid-market as 10 to 100 employees. I want to be clear that our stopping point is not 100. In fact, most companies don't even define 10 to 100 employees as mid-market. It's far greater than that. Our stopping point in the very near term has been 100, but our goal is to be able to serve mid-market customers that are in the thousands, because this is a massive opportunity for the company. Now, what makes us unique? What gives us the right to be able to do what I just shared? Well, first of all, it's what we've been talking about for the last 5 years. It is first and foremost, we now can solve every job for a customer, whether you're a consumer or a small business. And we have incredible scale of 100 million customers. But what is most important beyond the scale of customers, which we can monetize, is data and AI. I just want you to think about this for a moment, because these aren't just stats. We have 500,000 financial data points per small business. That's all the data points of MailChimp and QuickBooks coming together. We have over 60,000 data points for a consumer. And it is everything that we know about you that we can then leverage on your behalf with all of our machine learning, knowledge engineering, and Gen AI investments and capabilities that actually allows us to create a world where it's done for you. And then last but not least, we see the money transactions on our platform. When you have a place where you have over $2 trillion of invoices that are managed on the platform, nearly $1 trillion, I'm rounding up, of bill pay that's created on the platform, and the debt that we see on the platform across Credit Karma, there's a lot that we can do to create a future where it's all done for you. Now, let me quickly touch on the proof points that hopefully will give you confidence in a tough macro environment, the progress that we've made. You can see the growth of our online ecosystem revenue growth of 30%. When you look at mid-market, our subs growth was at 35%. And those with ARPC of greater than $5,000 grew over 60%. TurboTax Live, which is just the beginning of what's possible to disrupt the assisted segment, grew 17%. And we saw some great proof points with QuickBooks Live this year, where you should expect good things in the year to come. The second area of proof points is Credit Karma. Our frequency of engagement. Remember, with Credit Karma, the more you engage, the more we can monetize. Our frequency of engagement in this last year, you're going to hear Ken talk about this, was actually the highest it was compared to the previous 2 years, where we grew 37% and 58%. And that is an indication of how our innovation is working, and especially as the market comes back, that means good things for Credit Karma. Payroll mid-market subs grew over 30%. Our payments volume grew 18%. Our online payments volume grew 25%. And then last but not least is MailChimp. Paying customers grew 17%. These are very important to think about in a macro environment that was uncertain. And then last but not least, what gives us a lot of conviction around international is our online ecosystem revenue growth, and the fact that 50% of MailChimp is outside the US and is now the tip of the spear that we are executing against outside of the US. These proof points are to simply share with you the incredible progress that we've made against all of our bets. Now, I would just share with you, you're going to experience incredible innovation when you go through our immersion experience upstairs. And for those of you on the webcast, you're going to experience it digitally. But our single biggest innovation is Intuit Assist, because it is not a feature. It is not a functionality. It sits on top of years of investment in data, years of investment in AI, and all the ecosystem of apps that we now have to provide us the ability on behalf of our customers to do the work for them, to help them grow their business, to manage their cash flow, to manage their employees, to get their taxes done for them. This is the beginning of a journey to be able to revolutionize this $300 billion in TAM that we talked about. Now, We're going to talk about this throughout the day, but there are 3 monetization levers when you think about what's possible with Intuit Assist. The first one is about making it far easier to get new customers and to monetize the services that we have. What does that mean? So for instance, a small business can now be able to dump all of their data into our Gen AI capabilities, and we can immediately provide them speed to benefit, to get more customers to find it compelling to switch from non-consumption to QuickBooks. You're going to see Mark talk about what we are doing to make it far easier for folks that today use an assisted method to get started and get all their taxes done because of all of our AI and Gen AI capabilities. Those things drive new customer growth. And this is perfect for breakthrough adoption of the services that we have, because now Intuit Assist, at the moment of truth, can help a customer with, this is the right time to make everything payment enabled. Would you like access to capital? It's time to use payroll capabilities. You can save XYZ money. It's time to do your business taxes for you. Now you have someone to converse with called Intuit Assist that not only allows us to offer services at the right time in the right place that matters most to customers, and at the same time, it leads to the second monetization lever that you see here, which is gateway to live. We may have been talking about live expertise, TurboTax Live, QuickBooks Live, eventually MailChimp Live, for years, but the awareness is still very low for our customers. And now, in the moment of truth, we can help a customer understand, would you like connection to a human expert, which is a monetization opportunity for us. And then last but not least, we'll be experimenting with Gen AI specific SKUs. We're doing that right now with MailChimp, where there are specific SKUs that, based on what we can do for you, we'll be able to monetize because you have to pay more for it. And of course, always pricing for value. I wanted to orient you towards what the 3 levers are. You're going to hear each leader talk about some specifics today, just to give you a flavor for how we will monetize the innovation of Intuit Assist over time. Okay, I'm almost done. And I can tell I'm out of time, by the way. I've never ended one of these on time, so why break the tradition today? So 2 more things that I want to talk about, only because I get a lot of questions from you all around, what is your secret sauce? Our secret sauce is the Intuit operating system. It is how we operate the company. One of the sayings that we have internally is that life is about 1% inspiration, vision, and 99% perspiration. It's about how we do things to drive innovation across the company. And let me quickly touch on what you see here. There's an element in terms of how we run the company, which is about setting expectations and strategy. The other element is how we then deliver and transform based on what we've said we would do. And the third element is how we galvanize and mobilize the entire company to want to be a part of what we're trying to do. And so I'll quickly touch on a few things. I won't go in depth, but this is just a teaser, so that if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask it throughout the day. One element of what we do is we have what we call 6-year plan. It's actually where our big bets and refresh strategy were born, where we really force ourselves to not fall in love with what we've declared, but fall in love with what's possible. We review trends, we review our bets, we review if they're even the right bets. And the intent isn't to change things every year. The intent is to always fall in love with our customer problems and the future bets that we need to make. That informs our 3- and 1-year plan, and it informs what we spend a lot of time on, which is craft skills. Do we have all the craft skills in the company, and succession planning? I often get the question, how are you doing getting the data engineering and the data scientists that you need in the world of AI? And my answer has always been, we started this 5+ years ago because of what you see here. The second element is we have mechanisms where we review outcomes. It's the true north goals that I shared. We review inputs. Inputs are the deliverables that we say we're going to deliver in the coming year, and deliverables that we expect outcomes from 3 to 5 years from now. And we have mechanisms where we review the end-to-end customer experience, so the voice of the customer is always in the discussions that we have and informs the future. And then we have a set of mechanisms that are all about galvanizing the company around delivering growth. So our competitive advantage is the Intuit operating system, but of course, what brings it to life is our people. And I would just tell you that we have the best leadership team that is now built for the era of AI. Every cyclical technological shift requires a leadership team that can lead you into the future. And I could not be more excited, not only with the team that we have in place, all of which are here that you can talk to, but other leaders that are here that are really built for innovation and the era of AI. I'll tell you what we are, to close, what we are most excited about. It's a lot of what you've heard, but just to close, we are excited about Intuit Assist because it's about creating the future of done for you with a gateway to human expertise, which is our live platform, giving us the ability to truly be the source of powering prosperity for consumers and small businesses, and particularly for small businesses, digitizing all of money movement. And there are two areas that are areas we are constructively dissatisfied with, although we've made great progress. One is velocity. We will never be satisfied with our velocity, although it's 9 times faster than it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, because it is a competitive differentiation, and bringing international to life. So to end with where I started, what gets our heartbeat going is to make a difference in our customers' lives and to power their prosperity. And hopefully this gives you an umbrella of how we're approaching changing the world for the better. And we look forward to any questions you have throughout the day.